Life, in all its beauty and unpredictability, offers us two things: time and choices. Yet how many of us wake up each day feeling like we're not truly alive? We go through the motions, trapped in routines, confined by fears, and buried under the weight of past failures. But here's the truth: you can live every day but still die long before your time. How? By letting your dreams wither, your passions fade, and your voice go unheard. You're not here just to survive. You're not here to simply exist, to mark time and wait for the next day to pass. You are here to live, to embrace every moment with all that you are. You see, life doesn't wait for us to feel ready. It keeps moving. But how often do we wait for the perfect moment to act, only to realize that we've wasted precious time? Living fully is not about chasing endless thrills or filling your life with distractions. It's about embracing the present moment, diving into life with an open heart and mind, and refusing to settle for mediocrity. It's about understanding that every day is an opportunity to experience the richness of life, not just pass through it. So many of us live as if we're waiting for the perfect moment, the ideal circumstances, or the right time to truly begin living. We wait for things to align, for the fear to subside, for the external validation to come, but life doesn't wait. Time doesn't pause for us to feel ready. Each day that passes is a day that we can never get back. And yet, too many of us live in a constant state of anticipation, always waiting for something to change before we feel we can fully embrace life. Living fully requires us to be present, to engage with the world around us in a meaningful way. It's about putting down our phones, stepping away from distractions, and connecting deeply with the people we care about. It's about finding joy in the small things: the sound of birds chirping, the warmth of the sun on your face, the laughter of a child. These moments, often overlooked, are the ones that give life its depth and beauty. But living fully also means stepping out of your comfort zone, challenging yourself to grow, and pursuing what truly excites and fulfills you. It's not about being fearless, but about moving forward despite fear. It's about taking risks, not because the outcome is guaranteed, but because the journey itself is worth it. When we push ourselves beyond what feels safe, we open the door to growth and transformation, and in that process we discover parts of ourselves we didn't even know existed. Living fully is also about embracing your emotions, feeling joy, sadness, love, and everything in between. Too often we push our emotions down, afraid of vulnerability or the pain they might bring. But true living comes when we allow ourselves to experience everything that life throws at us. Happiness isn't the absence of struggle or pain. It's the ability to feel and process every emotion without allowing it to consume us. When we allow ourselves to feel fully, we learn to appreciate the beauty of life in its entirety. Moreover, living fully means knowing that every moment matters. It's easy to get caught up in the rush of daily tasks, the pressures of deadlines, and the noise of the world around us. But the essence of life is not found in these external achievements or to-do lists. It's found in the connections we make, the love we share, and the way we engage with the world. Every conversation, every act of kindness, every quiet moment alone is a part of the fabric of life, and each one contributes to the tapestry of our experience. Living fully also requires letting go of what no longer serves you: the past regrets, the fear of failure, and the need for approval. We carry so many unnecessary burdens with us, holding on to past hurts or mistakes that prevent us from truly moving forward. Letting go is not about forgetting, it's about releasing the hold that these things have on us so we can be free to live in the now. It's about choosing to focus on what we can control, the present moment, and using that as the foundation to build a life that feels true to who we are. Living fully is a mindset, a choice we make every single day. It's choosing to engage with life with open eyes, an open heart, and an open mind. It's about refusing to live on autopilot, merely passing through each day. Instead, it's about taking an active role in your own journey, embracing the challenges, the beauty, and the uncertainty that life brings, and making the most of every single moment. Pain is often viewed as something to be avoided, something that needs to be fixed or eliminated as quickly as possible. Society teaches us that pain is a sign of weakness, an experience we should shy away from. But what if I told you that pain, in all its rawness, can be one of the most transformative forces in your life? What if you understood that embracing your pain doesn't mean surrendering to it, but using it as a source of strength and growth? Pain is a universal experience. No one is exempt from it. Whether it's the loss of a loved one, the heartbreak of a broken relationship, a failure at something you deeply cared about, or even the weight of unhealed wounds from the past, pain shows up in many forms. Yet, too many of us try to push it away, suppress it, or ignore it, believing that if we don't acknowledge it, it will somehow disappear. But pain doesn't go away just because we choose not to face it. It hides, festers, and grows stronger in the shadows. It demands attention, and when we ignore it, it takes control, often in ways that can leave us feeling stuck, broken, and helpless. Embracing your pain means allowing yourself to feel it, to sit with it without judgment or fear. It means acknowledging that pain is a part of your life, and that instead of letting it define you or drag you down, you can choose to learn from it. When we face pain head on, we gain the power to understand its lesson. Pain, in its rawest form, is a teacher. It shows us our vulnerabilities, our deepest desires, and the places in our lives that need healing. The more we avoid pain, the more we avoid understanding ourselves. But embracing pain doesn't mean wallowing in it or allowing it to become your identity. It means accepting it as a natural part of your journey and finding ways to use it to propel you forward. When you allow yourself to feel pain fully without resistance, it eventually loses its grip on you. It's when we try to avoid or numb it that pain has the most power over us. But when we look at it, face it, and even grieve through it, we begin to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Moreover, embracing pain opens the door to healing. It's only when we face our wounds that we can begin to tend to them, to patch them up, and to move forward. Healing is not a linear process. It doesn't happen overnight. It requires patience, time, and compassion for ourselves. We may fall back into old patterns, and we may feel like we're not making progress, but every step we take toward healing, no matter how small, is a victory. And the more we embrace the process, the stronger we become. Pain also teaches us empathy. When we've been through something painful, we understand the depth of suffering in others. We begin to look at people differently, not with judgment, but with compassion. Our own pain gives us the ability to reach out, to help, and to support others through their own struggles. We learn that we are not alone in our pain, and that it connects us to others in ways that joy alone cannot. Embracing pain also allows us to grow. Growth isn't found in comfort, it's found in discomfort. In the times when we're pushed to our limits, when we feel like we can't go on, and yet we find the strength to move forward. The darkest times in life often lead to the most profound growth. Pain is not the end, it is the beginning of a transformation. It's the seed that, when nurtured, blooms into something beautiful and strong. Self-awareness is often described as the foundation of personal growth. It's the ability to reflect on who you are, understand your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors, and recognize how they impact the world around you. Yet, in a world that constantly demands our attention, our focus often drifts away from ourselves. We get caught up in the noise of daily life, constantly reacting to external events, and lose sight of who we truly are and what we genuinely want. To be self-aware means to have an intimate understanding of your inner world. It's about recognizing your strengths, weaknesses, desires, fears, and values. Self-awareness gives you the clarity to see your true self without distortion or denial. It's an honest examination of who you are, no masks, no pretenses. This kind of awareness allows you to make decisions based on your authentic self rather than on external expectations or societal pressures. One of the key aspects of self-awareness is understanding your emotions. How often do we react to situations without fully understanding why we feel a certain way? When you're self-aware, you can identify your emotional triggers and understand why they affect you. Are you frustrated because you feel unheard? Are you anxious because of past experiences? When you understand the root of your emotions, you gain the power to respond to them consciously rather than reacting impulsively. It's not about suppressing your feelings, but rather acknowledging them and allowing them to guide your decisions rather than control them. Self-awareness also involves being aware of your behaviors and how they align with your core values. It's easy to slip into patterns of behavior that aren't in alignment with who we want to be. We may say things we don't mean, act in ways that don't reflect our true values, or make decisions based on temporary desires instead of long-term goals. Self-awareness gives you the insight to recognize when you're acting out of alignment and empowers you to course correct. It's about showing up in your life in an authentic way, being true to your values, and ensuring your actions reflect your beliefs. Moreover, self-awareness is about understanding your strengths and weaknesses. It's recognizing the areas in your life where you excel and where you may need more growth or development. It's not about judging yourself for your imperfections, but rather about seeing them as opportunities for improvement. Knowing your strengths gives you the confidence to pursue what you're passionate about, while acknowledging your weaknesses allows you to seek the support and resources you need to improve. This self-acknowledge helps you make better decisions about your career, relationships, and personal growth. Self-awareness also involves understanding your impact on others. We often forget that our actions, words, and energy affect the people around us. When we become more aware of how we show up in the world, we can start to make conscious choices about how we treat others. Are we being kind, compassionate, and understanding? Or are we letting stress and impatience dictate our behavior? By becoming aware of how we interact with others, we can build stronger, more meaningful relationships and contribute positively to the communities we're a part of. Finally, self-awareness is the key to personal empowerment. When you understand yourself deeply, you gain the ability to make choices that are in alignment with your true desires and purpose. Instead of living reactively, you begin to live intentionally. You stop letting life happen to you and start taking charge of your own journey. It's the understanding that you are the author of your own story and your decisions are the pen that shapes it. Self-awareness gives you the strength to stand tall in your truth, to navigate challenges with clarity, and to create a life that feels authentic and fulfilling. Limiting beliefs are like invisible chains that bind us, holding us back from achieving our fullest potential. They are the stories we tell ourselves about what we can and cannot do, often based on past experiences, fears, or societal conditioning. These beliefs are not truths, but perceptions we've accepted as reality. They shape our actions, our decisions, and ultimately, our lives. The sad truth is that many of us live our entire lives under the control of limiting beliefs, unaware that they are the very things standing in the way of our dreams. We often believe that we are not good enough, smart enough, talented enough, or deserving of success. These thoughts can manifest in various ways: fear of failure, fear of judgment, or even fear of success. We might tell ourselves that we're too old, too young, too inexperienced, or too damaged to accomplish what we truly desire. These beliefs become so deeply ingrained in our minds that they begin to shape our reality. Over time, they dictate the choices we make, the risks we avoid, and the opportunities we never take. But here's the powerful truth: limiting beliefs are not facts. They are simply thoughts that we have allowed to define us. They are based on assumptions, not on what is actually possible. Our past experiences, while valuable, do not determine our future. The world is full of people who have overcome incredible odds, defied expectations, and broken through barriers, often in the face of adversity. And if they can do it, so can we. Overcoming limiting beliefs starts with awareness. The first step is recognizing the beliefs that are holding you back. Pay attention to the thoughts that arise when you think about your goals or desires. Are they positive and empowering, or are they negative and limiting? Often, limiting beliefs sound like, "I can't," "I'm not good enough," or "this is impossible." These thoughts are not the truth. They are simply conditioned patterns of thinking that have taken root in your mind over time. Once you become aware of your limiting beliefs, the next step is to challenge them. Ask yourself where these beliefs came from. Are they based on personal experiences, societal norms, or things other people have told you? Are they really true, or are they just assumptions? Often, we discover that these beliefs are rooted in fear, and fear is not an accurate reflection of reality. It's just a protective mechanism that keeps us in our comfort zone. When you start questioning the validity of your limiting beliefs, you begin to see that they hold no real power over you unless you allow them to. The next step is to replace these limiting beliefs with empowering ones. Start by affirming your worth, your abilities, and your potential. Instead of thinking, I can't do this, replace it with, I am capable of learning and growing. Instead of believing, I don't deserve success, tell yourself, I am worthy of success and I am willing to do the work to achieve it. These new beliefs won't appear overnight, but with repetition and consistency, they will begin to take root in your mind. Action is also a key part of overcoming limiting beliefs. The more you step outside of your comfort zone and take risks, the more you prove to yourself that your beliefs about your limitations are false. Every time you face a fear or push past a boundary, you shatter the belief that you can do something. It's through action that we begin to break free from the mental chains that have held us captive for so long. Even if you fail or make mistakes, remember that each experience is a lesson, not proof of your inability. Finally, surround yourself with people who support and believe in you. Often, our limiting beliefs are reinforced by the people around us, those who doubt us or remind us of our past failures. But you have the power to choose who you spend your time with. Surround yourself with individuals who lift you up, who encourage you to step into your greatness, and who challenge you to overcome your self-imposed limitations. Their belief in you can serve as a powerful catalyst for your own transformation. Overcoming limiting beliefs is a journey, not an overnight fix. It requires patience, commitment, and a willingness to confront the stories you've been telling yourself for years. But once you break free from these beliefs, you unlock the door to endless possibilities. You realize that the only limits that truly exist are the ones you place on yourself. And when you let go of those limits, you create space for greatness, growth, and the life you were always meant to live. Leaving a legacy is not something that happens by accident. It is a conscious decision to live in such a way that your impact will be felt long after you're gone. A legacy isn't just about material wealth or the things you leave behind. It's about the way you touch people's lives, the values you instill, and the love and wisdom you share. The idea of legacy often brings up thoughts of inheritance or accomplishments, but the true essence of leaving a legacy lies in the mark you leave on the world through your actions, your relationships, and your contributions to the lives of others. One of the first steps in leaving a legacy is understanding that your actions matter, no matter how small they may seem. The way you treat others, the choices you make, and the values you uphold every single day will reverberate far beyond your immediate circle. It's easy to think that your daily routine, struggles, or victories don't amount to anything of significance. But in reality, the moments you take to lift someone up, to offer kindness or support, or to stand up for what you believe in are the seeds of the legacy you're creating. A legacy is also built through the relationships you form. The people you love, the communities you belong to, and the connections you nurture will carry your influence long after you've moved on. It's easy to get caught up in the pursuit of personal success, but remember that the true measure of a life well lived isn't about personal achievements. It's about the way you impact others. The way you listen, the way you love, and the way you serve others can create ripples that extend far beyond what you might imagine. Relationships, especially those built on mutual respect, love, and support, are the foundation of a meaningful legacy. To leave a legacy, it's essential to live with intention. It means understanding what you stand for and living in alignment with those values. Your legacy will not be defined by the accolades you collect or the material possessions you amass, but by the way you use your time, talents, and resources. Are you living in a way that reflects your true values? Are you making a conscious effort to contribute to the greater good, to uplift others, and to leave the world better than you found it? Legacy isn't about being perfect. It's about consistently striving to be the best version of yourself, learning from your mistakes, and staying true to your core beliefs. One of the most powerful ways to leave a legacy is through mentorship, by sharing your knowledge, experiences, and wisdom with others, especially the next generation. You pass on not just information, but a way of being. The lessons you impart and the guidance you offer can have a lasting impact on others' lives. Whether you're teaching a skill, offering advice, or simply providing a safe space for someone to grow, mentorship is one of the most profound ways to leave a lasting influence. A legacy is also shaped by the way you respond to challenges. The adversity you face and how you overcome it can be an inspiration to others. When you persevere through hardship with grace, courage, and integrity, you leave behind a powerful message. People remember how you handled the tough times, not just the easy ones. Your ability to rise after falling, to keep going when things get hard, becomes a testament to your strength and character. In leaving a legacy, it's important to remember that your impact doesn't have to be grand or world-changing to be meaningful. Sometimes the smallest acts of kindness, a word of encouragement, or a simple gesture of love can leave the deepest marks on people's hearts. Your legacy is defined not by how much you have, but by how much you give of your time, your energy, your love, and your compassion. The truth is, none of us knows how long we have on this earth. That's why it's so important to live intentionally, to make choices that reflect the kind of legacy we want to leave behind. Every day presents an opportunity to contribute to something greater than ourselves, to live in a way that reflects our deepest values, and to build relationships that will endure. Your legacy is your story, and the way you choose to write it is up to you. The question is not whether you leave a legacy, it's what kind of legacy will you leave. Change is an inevitable part of life, yet it often brings with it feelings of fear, resistance, and uncertainty. We cling to the familiar, to what feels safe and comfortable because it gives us a sense of control. But what if embracing change, rather than resisting it, is the key to unlocking new opportunities, personal growth, and transformation? Change is not something to be feared, but something to be embraced as a natural part of the human experience, a force that propels us toward becoming the best version of ourselves. When change arrives, it often comes unexpectedly. It can take the form of a new job, a move to a different place, the end of a relationship, or even internal changes in how we see the world or ourselves. At first, it can be unsettling. We may feel like we're losing something, whether it's stability, familiarity, or a sense of identity. But it's important to remember that growth and progress rarely occur within the confines of comfort. Change challenges us to step outside of what we know, to adapt, and to evolve. The beauty of change lies in its ability to push us to reimagine our possibilities. It encourages us to think differently, to explore new avenues, and to discover strengths we didn't know we had. When we embrace change, we open ourselves up to experiences we might have once considered impossible. Whether it's moving to a new city or taking on a new role, these changes create opportunities for us to learn, grow, and expand our horizons in ways we could never have predicted. At the heart of embracing change is the ability to let go. We often resist change because we fear what we might lose, whether it's a job, a relationship, or a way of life. Letting go can feel like a personal loss, but it's important to understand that letting go makes space for something better. We can't hold on to everything in our lives and expect to grow. Sometimes we need to release the old to make room for the new. When we let go of attachments, we create the freedom to embrace what's coming next, even if it's unknown. Change also challenges us to develop resilience. Life is full of unexpected twists and turns, and it's easy to feel like we're not equipped to handle them. But every change, every shift in direction is an opportunity to build resilience. The more we face challenges, the stronger we become. Change teaches us that we are capable of navigating life's uncertainties and bouncing back stronger than before. Embracing change means trusting in our ability to adapt and grow, even when the road ahead seems unclear. Another important aspect of embracing change is the mindset we adopt. Instead of viewing change as a threat, we can choose to see it as a gift. A shift in perspective can transform how we experience change. When we embrace change with an open mind and a willingness to learn, we approach it with curiosity rather than fear. We begin to see the potential for growth, transformation, and even excitement in every new experience, rather than focusing on what we might lose. Change is also a catalyst for self-discovery. It's often in times of transition that we learn the most about ourselves. When our routines are disrupted, we're forced to look inward and ask ourselves important questions. Who am I without my job, my relationship, or my current circumstances? What do I truly want in life? These moments of self-reflection can lead to profound insights about our desires, values, and purpose. Embracing change means embracing the opportunity to discover more about ourselves and what truly matters to us. Moreover, embracing change allows us to move forward in life. When we resist change, we stay stuck in the past, holding on to what once was. Change, however, propels us forward, pushing us out of our comfort zones and into new experiences. It encourages us to let go of outdated beliefs, patterns, and fears that may have once served us but no longer do. Change is the force that moves us from stagnation to growth, from fear to empowerment, and from limitation to possibility. Ultimately, embracing change requires trust. Trust in the process, trust in ourselves, and trust that change is a natural part of life's journey. It's about letting go of the need for certainty and embracing the unknown with open arms. When we trust in the process of change, we free ourselves from the grip of fear and step into a future filled with endless potential. Change is not something to fight against, but something to dance with, to learn from, and to celebrate. It's through change that we become more than we ever thought possible.